be Deidara. And in all honesty, I didn't even know Deidara had a Keke Genkai, Keke Tora. You see, explosion release, I thought it was just a boosted tech off of his Earth to switch Raiton, which would be lightning. Everything is still elemental static. But I thought explosion release was just a switch from Earth to lightning. So that was a fundamental error of myself. I'm learning all this shit as I go, you know? I'm learning all this shit as I go. All I really need to know is their nature type, nature affinity, and I can push out the content, you know? That's really all I need to know is their nature type, their nature affinity, if they have a Keke Tora, Keke Genkai, any type of blood trait, blood meter, or yin to yang release. Really, that's it. Then I could just push out the material. But that's a fundamental error of myself. Explosion release went over my head, so now I know explosion release is a Keke Tora, Keke Genkai, and that's not gonna boost him up in the rankings of the Akatsuki at all, because it's still, you know, scaling part. It's still, you know, he still needs, you know, the scaling factor. He wouldn't scale these characters that are higher on the Akatsuki chart than him. But the Keke Tora of explosion release, now I'm looking at Deidara as more of a fundamentally sound character build, because him having a Keke Tora would just be a blood meter, so that blood meter would be a shift from the Earth to Lightning elemental static switch into a more of a mixed creational pool, which that's what Keke Tora, Keke Genkai really is at a limited aspect. If you can't scale above yin to yang, this is all fundamental breakdown of the creation of all things. Even go into the tail beast. I may make a separate video about that, but each tail beast will also have a Keke Genkai, Keke Tora. But now if you're looking at it, since explosion release is a blood meter, he will be a little bit more fluid with him using that particular scale tech. Which now gives it more credence to the fact why he pushed Sasuke so far. Because like I said, I thought it was just a boosted tech. I'm like, yo, how the fuck is Deidara fucking up Sasuke like this? And Sasuke has a blood Keke Tora of the Uchiha clan, and he's cycling Curse Smart, which is unnatural Keke Tora of Uzumaki and Orochimaru ciphering of that chi, which will put him in more of a sage mode. You could say a sage mode, but it's more like unnatural Tora, which is destroying his Ninpo. But now I understand why Deidara pushed Sasuke so far. You know, that's a blood meter, bro. Oh fuck.